Howdy, I'm Matthew Morris, and I want to share how paying off one of my investment properties 9 years before its maturity date saved me over $17,000 in interest. I'm a United States Marine, real estate investor, business owner, and entrepreneur. My wife Shanon and I make up two halves of the S&M duo who live by the motto, hop on and hold on. The idea of hop on and hold on was sparked by the disproportionate amount of twists, turns, and switchbacks that have occurred in our lives recently, to include getting married, getting laid off, and being separated from active duty. Rather than forcing you to embrace the suck, we've decided to share our stories and lessons learned in order to inspire and educate military families to navigate life's transitions in more creative ways. We're here to share everything from gaining new perspectives by hanging upside down to hacking the real estate market to achieve financial freedom. With all these things, as with all things, mentors are crucial. I'm extremely grateful that my dad took me under his wing and helped me get my start in real estate investment many years ago, when I first realized that at some point I would be getting out of the military. One of the key lessons that he taught me was to pay off investment properties early. This isn't a strategy I see being taught much anymore, but seeing as it helped me and my family immensely, I want to share how paying off my investment saved $17,000. So here are my stats. The property is a duplex in Central Texas that was purchased in September of 2017 for $145,000. I put $35,500 down, which left me with a remaining balance of $109,500 at an interest rate of 3.85%. Oh man, take a minute and remember those good days. My maturity date was set for 2032 on a 15-year non-balloon note, giving me a total interest cost of just over $35,000, which means that the total cost of the house over the 15-year of the mortgage would have been $180,000. I decided to pay off my duplex in 7 years for the 5 following reasons. Number 1, I didn't want to pay $35,000 in interest. I studied my amortization schedule and set a goal to pay off my mortgage before it hit the principal doubling point. By paying this off early, it saved me $17,200 in interest. Number 2, as I paid off the mortgage more, I realized that I no longer was receiving the tax deduction benefit that I started with. The amount of interest you pay on your mortgage is a federal tax deduction. However, as I continued to pay off the loan and the interest amount went down each time, the deduction no longer put me in a lower tax bracket, which was one of the benefits of continuing to hold the loan. Number 3, it would have been more expensive for me to take out a cash-out refinance than to have paid off the home. It would have cost me almost double to do that than what paying off the home early did at the time. Number 4, I wanted to make money off of my investment property. If the property is still in a mortgage, any rental income goes straight back to the bank. As soon as the property is paid off is when the rental income becomes true income, and it's not just part of your payoff plan. And number 5, a different loan company actually bought my original loan, and the terms and conditions were different than what I had originally agreed to. So this choice helped me save money in the long run and enabled me to reap the benefits of having a stream of rental income much sooner. Now, there are several methods to pay off a mortgage early, but what I primarily did was allocate my excess funds for additional payments to pay the property off early. The rental income from this property went directly to paying my monthly mortgage payment. For any additional principal payments, I used money from income tax returns, rental income from another property that had been paid off previously, savings set aside from my regular paycheck, and I had a little extra cash actually coming in from being a cowboy action shooting coach. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I set my payoff milestones as the principal doubling point, where my interest was half of my principal cost based on the amortization schedule. By making larger payments and ultimately paying off my property before this point, the more I would save in interest payments. Beyond this point, I would still be paying the interest, but it would be a lot less than it was in the beginning. For me, this was the strategy I used because I bought the property with without the intent to resell it. My intent is that the income from this property will become more or less additional passive income stream for my family and I. I would not recommend this for house flippers or for those who plan to resell their properties quickly. Please reach out to me at hoponandholdon@gmail.com if you have any questions or would like to learn more. With that being said, I am Matthew Morris, reminding you to hop on and hold on.